Morning, sunshines. How y'all doing? I'm good. I had a great weekend. How about you? I'm on here this morning because I haven't really done like a mission statement or why I'm doing this. I have one, but I really don't know if it's a good time to release it. So I'll just give you a nutshell version, and we'll do something a little formal later when I have my viewers up and I can kind of, you know. Anyway, so where I'm at right now, guys, is I've been taking a back seat in my life for a long time to a lot of people. And I've decided to hop in the driver's seat and see what I can do. So I'm here because I have special needs kids and I have to work from home. And I feel like I have a wealth of information in here. And maybe not all of it is the best information to share, but a lot of it is experience. And a lot of it is getting through some of the hardest times in my life and trusting God. Getting over being angry at God for having special needs children. Because I'm not going to lie, that kind of hurt my feelings. Like, why did you pick me? Am I being picked on? Am I being tortured? Because it's hard. It's not an easy job. And I definitely feel like my kids were here to wake me up from the misery within. I'm not suggesting having children if you're unhappy. What I'm saying is sometimes things happen the way that they do for a reason. Well, they always happen for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. Not at all. So let me just say this, guys. Like, a lot of people don't understand my journey, and a lot of people will probably think I'm ungrateful or uneasy to please, but it's actually quite the opposite. I'm pretty easy to please, and I pretty much feel like I don't understand why people make it so hard. Loving is easy. You know what I'm saying? Loving is easy. Caring is easy. Showing love to another person is not a difficult task. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody makes you feel hard to love, then you need to move around. For real. There's too many people in the world for you to find the one person who thinks you're a piece of crap. Find somebody who thinks you're great. Even if you don't think you're great. Let them, if they believe you're great, believe that. Listen to that. It'll soak in eventually. And maybe you'll start doing some great things, you know? If you're with someone that always tells you that you can't, or that holds you back, or that makes you, like water yourself down, then that's not your tribe, boo. You're like, your tribe is supposed to be like, hell yeah, let's do it. Come on, I'll do it with you. We'll do this together. Bam. That's what a team does. They do stuff together. They strike together. They make each other strong where they're weak, And that balance is supposed to be what, kind of ties y'all together. But, sometimes people won't even see your part because they feel like their part is more important. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, God doesn't have you playing the part that you're playing because it's unimportant. He wouldn't even put you in the position that you're in if it wasn't important. So, when people make you feel like you're not important, it's time for you to look at God and ask Him. He knows better than anybody. He knows better than you. He knows better than anyone that you know around you, because the people that you know around you only see old you. They won't allow you to be a better you. They won't even encourage you to be a better you. They're going to assume that that's all you got. If someone limits you and makes you feel like where you're at is all you'll ever be, then you're with the wrong person. The right person is going to be like, babe, you got this. Let's do this. Come on. Yeah. Cheerleader. Hype man. Get you a hype man. Girl, you fine. Girl, you're beautiful. Girl, your face is just, you just, whatever. Your soul, your heart, your mind, the way you think, the way you talk. Like, don't only let it be about exterior. Let them pull. If your person isn't pouring out, they need to be pouring out the goodness about you. Not like, oh, let me think. Remember that time you came through, that one time, remember that time? If they talk to you like that, if they can't remember, if they don't have a list of like how you improve their life, bam, 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 they scratch that. People need to know your worth. And if they don't recognize your worth, then you're putting in efforts in a place that you will never get credit. Don't get me wrong, you're not supposed to be doing things to get credit. However, when you're putting in work and you're never acknowledged for the work that you put in, you're never appreciated for the efforts that you actually do put forth, when you're the only one putting forth real effort, you know what I mean? Like sacrifices, dedication, keeping promises, then the person you're with is just dead weight if you're the only one doing that. And you wonder why you're running yourself crazy, why you're tired all the time, because you're doing everything. And some people think that they're doing everything, and they're really not doing anything. They think they're doing everything because you give them a certain amount of power to do some things for you, just so they have a reason to feel valuable. Honestly, nobody ever needed them. You know what I mean? God provides everything all the time. All the time. And if you think you bring something monetary to the table and you don't, because it can come from anywhere. Money is just energy, you know what I'm saying? Money doesn't have to come in the form of money. Money can come in the form of many blessings. Money can come in many ways. Coming up doesn't always just have a dollar on it, but a lot of people, you know, that's all they see. And that's why I feel like in this season, God is going to raise up God's people. And we're going to see abundance materialize in front of us. There's too many people waking up right now that see the vision. And I don't know, man. You want to get stuck in the last of days or whatever and be picking the wrong things and still not listening, still not yielding, even if it's not the end of days. Is it the end of your days? How do you know that tomorrow's guaranteed? And you haven't grown spiritually. You're not even trying to. Like, why should God, you know, expand any of our lives at all? Like, what if he just was like, what if God was like, okay, you failed your mission, come home. And just, bam, you're gone. You're back up. What happened? Why did you send me? Why am I back here? What happened? You weren't happy there. You were miserable there. You weren't fulfilling your life mission there. You weren't doing what I told you to go there to do. You were only doing the things that you wanted to do, and you wondered why you were miserable and why your life wasn't going the way that you wanted it to go, because you're not following your intuition on your highest self that knows best on where you're going next. But you want to sit here and stay in petty energy and not fulfill your life mission. So, like, everybody has a life mission. Don't tell me you don't. Yes, you do. Every person that you come in contact with, every person that needs your help, every person that is around you is part of your tribe. If you don't like your tribe, then change your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's our choice. We have free will. We don't have to stay with these people just because we're blood. Or are you staying just because you're blood? Are you staying for some dumb reason? Some lie that you've told yourself that you have to have some loyalty to someone when you're not feeling the loyalty back, or when the people don't do for you the same. Like, let me just say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in a relationship where the money is, lopsided or what have you, one makes more than the other and it's a lot of money problems, let me just say that we all have to give from a cheerful heart, okay? God asks us to give from a cheerful heart. And that's what I feel like I'm doing here. That's part of my little mission here, is to do this regardless if it yields money or not, because somebody needs to hear it somewhere. I know I need to hear it. And being obedient, you know what I'm saying? God is like, I gave you all of this experience and wisdom. What are you doing with it? You still haven't done what you're supposed to do. Called me all the way out. You know, it's like you had all these dreams and all these visions and you thought that somebody was in your way. Okay, nobody's in your way. Now what? What are we doing now? Okay. Well, let me grab my bag. Let's get it on. Let's hurry up. Because we never know when the show will be over. You know what I'm saying? When the things will end, when the show will end. And like we're waiting on tomorrow to put our best foot forward when today is the day to put our best foot forward. I talk to a lot of young ladies and a lot of young men, and I mean older men, I talk to a lot of people. I do. I talk to people all day long now. And I feel like, if I wasn't by myself, if I wasn't single, I would never be able to do this. And this is God's work. You know what I mean? I don't think me and my energy and sharing my energy with so many people would be okay in a relationship. So I'm in a place right now of solitude, really. I mean, I'm not saying I don't talk to people. I do. I definitely do, because I feel like God has me meeting people and making connections for a reason. And, sometimes I think guys think like, oh, she likes me or whatever. It's like, guys, I'm on a mission, guys. Can y'all get it together long enough to understand that there's a bunch of women out here that are shallow and don't want much out of this life but pretty things and to go eat somewhere nice. And that's not my life. I mean, it was my life, but that's not all my life is about. I'm not sitting here trying to be comfortable until I die. And that's pretty much where I was at. Being uncomfortable with my life, being comfortable, if that makes any sense at all. Where I thought I was comfortable, I was actually stuck, because I knew my life had more meaning than, just being a housewife. And don't take it wrong, ladies and gentlemen, don't take it wrong. That is a privilege. It is an honor. It is a beautiful place to be when you're in a loving union and you get the honor of staying home with your children and being able to take care of your family. It is a beautiful thing. Until it's a beautiful thing until that dynamic gets old, because the people around you get comfortable with you being basically the cook and the maid and the babysitter. When your partnership starts to feel more like a cage where you get stuck with all of the responsibilities and still trying to please everyone and no one is happy. Not the kids, not the husband, not the wife, not the dog. Zzz. And so anyway, now here I am, like, okay, I was a housewife for a long time. I got special needs kids. I'm still basically a housewife because I'm a stay-at-home mom. And that's like having some little bosses. Like, I feel like he's not here anymore, but they surely are. And they're definitely letting me know when they need and they want. And it's all on me all the time. My oldest is nonverbal. She doesn't talk, really. She can talk, but she doesn't talk. She more so mimics. So everything I say, she'll repeat like the last word, basically. It's hard to get her to make a choice. Like, I have to give her stuff in front and let her pick. And even then, it's a hesitation. Like, she doesn't want to touch it and grab it. Autism for you, babies. Take some patience. And I think that that's one thing I definitely needed to learn was patience. So maybe God threw that curveball in there for me to show me how to slow down, how to think about someone other than myself. And I think that a lot of that comes from a place of, not feeling good enough and not feeling loved enough, or feeling abandoned, or being afraid of being abandoned, or afraid of having a family fall apart. Anyway, guys, I don't even know where I was going with all of this, but long story short is I have a lot of reasons why I'm here, and I feel like my voice is supposed to be here to help young ladies and young women get out of situations that they feel like they've been trapped in, that they can't get out of, because sometimes you're trapped in a place you don't want to get out of. You want to be there. You just want it to get better, And it just never does. So I just say, guys, if you're in a situation where you're not happy, it's really important to be happy about it. I mean, not happy about it, but honest about it. You need to open up about it. Y'all need to talk about it. Y'all need to get some help before it's too late. Because once you reach a certain point of bitterness, I think it's too late. You don't even want to go back. Like, even if we could go talk all of this out, even if I could get the understanding and the closure that I needed, I still don't even want it anymore because I know what it's capable of. I know what that person is capable of. And really, when you have kids, or even when you don't have kids, when you have self-respect, you're just like, yeah, that's not a good look for me. That's not gonna work. And so anyway, right now on this self-love journey, on it, love myself, make myself whole, love my kids better, do better in my career. At this point, if love hasn't taken me by now and put me where I need to be in that heavenly place of bliss, and maybe I should just make my own heaven and expect for it to be different for everybody. Nobody's happily ever after will look the same, but maybe my happily ever after will be me being the best possible mom that I can, despite the fact that I've failed in love. Maybe I can just love my kids whole and complete so that they never have that empty feeling that we all get when we're not loved right, Maybe I can just fill them up with so much love that they'll never have to experience the things that I did because they won't need it. They'll have God and they'll have me. Wishful thinking. I would love to think that my kids would never have to experience, not even a quarter of what I've gone through in my lifetime. And that's my mission, to save them from pain and from hurt. And to try to get something better going for them. They deserve so much more financially. They deserve to have a red carpet rolled out for them because they were brought into this life by choices that me and their dad made. And I feel like we need to be bending over backwards to make some things happen for them because they didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to have special needs. And I need to know for sure that my kids are going to be okay when I'm gone. Because right now, I'm really not too sure, what will happen when I'm gone. Yeah, that makes me a little, ugh. We have these kids with autism. They have epilepsy. They have a lot of mental health issues. It's a tough job. But I feel like I don't have time for any more bull in my life. I have this mission for these kids. So hello, world. I'm a mom of 4, 2 of them special needs, 2 boys, 2 girls. My boys are both older, in their 20s, and then my girls are both under 18. And right now, I feel like there's a terrible injustice happening. I don't know how they're not getting everything that they need and more. I don't know how this country just sends out stimulus checks to the whole country. And meanwhile, that's a whole nother topic about what I feel about my Native American people and the heritage and the money that is owed to my Native American people. But again, a whole nother story. I'm going to go ahead and head out, guys. I got some cards to do. Y'all, if y'all need some advice, get with your girl. I got you. All right? Let me see what these cards say. They haven't led me wrong. To some people, I might be in a bad place, but baby, I'm in a good place right now. I'm in a really good place right now, and it's only going to get better. I'm going to tell you, start thinking about your life, what you want, not what you don't want. Focus on what you want. It's coming. It's all coming. You know why it's coming? Because you finally got out of your head. You're finally believing that it can come. And so it will. It's already here. Namaste. Love y'all. Juicy Licious tried. I'm out.